Welcome back, my dear friends, to Kingdom Come Deliverance. We have things to do for people. Okay. Wormwood and sage. That's the other thing I need. Herb, Paris, thistle and poppy. Okay. First off, let's see what the horse has on him. Dandelion and belladonna. Not bloody much. Have wormwood. Huh. Okay. Fine. I believe. No? Why the hell am I so overburdened? I will always need one torch. Ah, it's all the damn herbs, of course. Okay. I honestly doubt I'll find poppy in here, though. Some more wormwood. Nettle, nettle. I actually forget what I need. I'll grab some mint, because screw bloody Nicodemus. I will steal some of his herbs now. I don't think any of that is anything I need. Nope. Because none of it was shit that I needed. Any of it at all. Apart from the wee bit of wormwood. That I now don't need any more of. Well, shit. This does make life awkward. So, what have you got to trade? I remember poppy was needed. Sage was needed. I think herb Paris? Ah. Yeah. Okay. Yes, wormwood and sage I can do. Poppy, thistle and herb Paris I can do. Quiet yourself. I'm gonna actually do something to help you, you bastard. Oil, poppy, thistle, herb Paris. Drop the poppy in, boil for 1 turn. Thistle, 1 more turn. Leave to cool. Add the herb Paris. Okay.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Oil first. Drop the poppy. In the cauldron and boil for 1 turn. Which is usually that should do the job, I think. Thistle.
I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep.
Leave to cool. That's hopefully cooled enough. Woohoo! Successfully brewed lullaby. And now
Quiet.
for the Artemisia. Spirits, 2 handfuls of wormwood, and a handful of sage. Drop in the sage and boil for 1 turn. Grind the wormwood. Drop the wormwood in the cauldron and cook for 2 turns and distill. Okay. I didn't prepare the damn thing, did I? Or did I? No, I didn't. Always prepare. Always prepare. Even though it's emptied out the spirits. Okay, drop in the sage and boil for a turn. Okay, that's 2 bits of wormwood ground and placed in the cauldron.
I just won't get any sleep.
5 tugs for 2 turns of the Watsy Sandglass. Oh, come on. You can stop boiling now. Okay, now distill. Haha, new level in alchemy. Excellent. And because progress has been made, hey you,
I've got something for you.
shut your
Really?
fucking mouth. People are
Drink
trying to
this, and you'll
sleep.
fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. Now for Philip.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned some... What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it. How about having the banquet here?
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, Custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else, couldn't you at least hold the banquet here?
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Lock him up for the night, he said, not a night and a day. Come on, you're treating me like I'm some kind of criminal and I'm not. Is this the way out? That's the way out. Okay. Where the hell am I? Sasau, I think. Yeah, that's the Sasau Church. So there's the monastery. Other end of the town, of course. I really don't like that custodian. He's
Who's that?
just a
Who's
bit
that?
of a dick.
Is someone there?
No! No one's there. I'm buggering off. I'm starving fucking hungry and have less than half energy as well. What you got, horse? Some cooked beef that's no longer any good. Excellent. Let's drop that then. And you know what?
Oh, God damn it, my stomach hurts.
I think Henry is going to do that thing that most men do when they get fresh out of jail. Except the baths aren't open yet. Let's see, do I have anything I can read? Nope, not Silence is Golden yet. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna be starving by the time I've finished this. Okay. He's a friend indeed. Quest started. What does that mean? Find out how Fritz and Matthew are doing. Okay. First, though...
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm going to be... First off, let's... No, you don't have anything I need. Well, you do have something I need.
I'd like to order something here.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
The fresh out of jail special.
I've heard you have nice girls here.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Good luck.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, the timing of that I could do with a bite to eat is just wrong. Okay, that took a while. Good job it was free. Nothing now, thanks. You've been more than kind and accommodating. Wrong bloody way. Okay. That also served the purpose of saving the game. Which, you know, handy. Okay, so finish up here, then go and see Fritz and Matthew. Why the hell am I running when Pebbles exists and can run for me? Okay.
What's going on now? You didn't get any brew?
The brew's gone.
You could have saved some.
I know, but I didn't. Can you get me more?
Oh, look here.
This is the last time.
See you later.
Brew?
Yes, please. Good luck then.
Okay.
What happened?
We brought you back to the land of the living.
What happened is you're alive, buddy.
How long have I been unconscious?
For a long time. Your friends have left.
I have to find them.
Rest. You're going to be very weary for the next week or two. You'll find your friends. They probably ended up in Ratai like most of our folk.
Well, all right. And Henry?
Hmm?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All I can say.
Calm. Just calm.
Excuse me.
Yeah? Where? What's happening?
Hopefully I have what you need.
I think I might. Because I think what he needs is thistle. Only one of them, though.
No. This doesn't look like what the hag gave us that
Okay.
time. God be with you. Oh, it's you.
Hopefully I have what you need.
Is it comfrey?
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better.
It
if you find the
is
time,
comfrey.
stop by to see me in a few days. Good luck then.
Greetings.
Well, the custodian is obnoxious.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
You can't be serious.
What's that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business. Take care.
Yeah, mind your own business is a fair thing
Greetings,
to
Henry.
say.
About the man with the bad fracture.
He won't make it.
My God. There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Sleep again.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
I'll give it a go.
So you don't know anything.
Okay, fine. What
What about the executioner from Ratai? He usually breaks bones, but he might know something about mending them too.
The executioner? Even if you could persuade him to come, they'll never let him in here.
Well, maybe it would be enough if he advised me and then I tried...
Look, do whatever you want. I have to go and take care of the others. Goodbye.
Okay, well... Pretty sure he's the last one I have to actually help out, so... We are heading back to Ratai via Ledechko. Because of course it's via Ledechko, it's not like there's really any other... Well, there are other options. But why would you want to go another way? Yeah, bugger it. Time for a nighttime journey through bandit-infested woods at night. Brilliant idea. Okay, so... Yep. Just follow the road. Which road?
Yeah.
This road, very specifically.
Yeah.
And up the hill. You're lucky. I just hope the horse road following mechanic is a little less jumpy and jittery in the sequel. Because the fact that it's there, that it exists, is, you know, really quite handy. All you have to do is just correct a couple of times. Other than that, just hold down a single button. Really useful. It's almost like your horse has a brain of its own. Coming across an ambush spot now. But I think it's clear. Yep, it's clear. Excellent. Damn Milan looking motherfucker. Should probably pull out the torch. Sorry. Horse has a mind of its own, you know.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
Where do I go to sleep?
That's easy. As soon as you go indoors, at the end of the room on the left, there's a door leading to the chamber. Everything's prepared for you there. Take
Okay.
care.
Alrighty. This is not my bedroom. This is my bedroom. Now, what can I put away? Ooh. Not a lot, really. Okay. Eight hours is enough. Should be enough for anybody. Yep. He spent 8 hours asleep with a lit torch.
Do you need help? What the? You thieving magpie! Guard! Come here, quick! There's a thief over there!
Oops. And my stats are lower because I've just woken up from having horrible nightmares, of course. Water of Life, which trial and error. Oh, poison applied to a weapon will remain on the blade longer. But no, I think we'll go with Witcher.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle.
I'm not.
Surrender. You were seen thieving. This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn crime doesn't pay.
Ah, 60 groschen. But still, watch your step. I'm in the service of the Lord of Ratai.
Alright, that's enough. Maybe you didn't realise, but I'm in the service of the Lord of Ratai. So you better keep that in mind.
I didn't know that. My apologies. Go ahead.
Haha! It worked. Excellent. It's alright, I'm not going to rip you off now. Yeah, there's been a big commotion about it all. Good news though, Fritz and Matthew weren't loafing around that tavern. And it's right near where they work, which is here. Talk to Matthew and talk to Fritz. Well, I'll have to wake them up to do that. Fritz, you can be first.
Hey, face.
Right back at you, buddy.
I want to get better at fist fighting.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'm not level 10.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First, you have to have some skills to hone.
Well, I'll think it over.
I'd like it if individual skill trainers had
How do you like it at the mill,
individual
Got to be better than the mines.
sort of
Worse here than the
messages.
Skellets. There you could disappear without anyone noticing.
But that's fine.
But why would you want to disappear? Nimoy isn't here.
No. But the local foreman is an even bigger ass.
I'm not sure that's possible.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Okay, others at the mill?
What about the others at the mill? Are they awful as well?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew going to see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
Well, he doesn't seem all that bad to me.
I spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem so horrible.
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard and arrogant. You should see how he puffs himself up when he's off to play dice with Lawrence.
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned if I know why. Thomas goes there to play dice with him.
Okay, what's he done to you?
Drowning? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement, and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden, we're fighting, and that fucker just throws me in the river. I nearly drowned.
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here, but that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe he'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
See you later.
Matthew.
Greetings, Henry.
I've heard you don't have it easy here.
So you spoke to Fritz then? I bet that wasn't quite how he put it.
No, not quite. Apart from Thomas's name, the rest was mostly swear words.
I can imagine. I've been hearing the same from him all week. The foreman here is a pain in the arse. He's trying either to wear us to the bone or force us to leave.
I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us, he'll yell at us.
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it.
Well...
That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
And the miller won't stick up for you? I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill. But not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well...
I'd like you to teach me how to be better at stealth.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First you have to have some skills to hone.
Well, I'll think it over.
Yeah, see, I just feel that Henry's best mates would have something different to say. But, yeah, I don't know.
God be with you.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
I heard them say something else.
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. If they have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But...
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Now I think about it, probably not. You've been a pest for a long time now, and they'll want to pay you back for it.
Then why the hell did you start talking about it? You were just wasting my time.
It's not like you do anything anyway. Apart from sitting around yelling at the men actually doing the work.
Listen, I was being pretty reasonable, but now you're on thin ice. If you want to fight, just say so.
We need to pick a place for the fight that isn't too public.
That's one thing we can agree about.
Do you have any idea where we could do it?
There's a place to the north of Ledichko we can go to after sunset. We won't be seen there, and most of the time it's empty.
Good. Above Ledechko then, at dusk.
Fine. And who will I be giving a pasting to?
Take your pick. There'll be 3 of us, and you can bring 2 of your friends as well, so there'll be more than enough to go around.
Why not? We have a deal then. No trying to get out of it later on.
Agreed.
Farewell.
Huh. An honourable fight.
Christ,
Why not?
Are you happy with your new workers?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their backs and keep an eye on them.
Really?
Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smoothly. But the moment I leave, I hear Thomas yelling at them.
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on everything for me now. The mill wouldn't function without him.
Yeah, but Thomas has problems with carpentry.
You're right. You should hear him cursing when he has to turn his hand to it. He knows it better than the little miller.
What, just because of that?
No. He's not too skilled at handling the water wheel and the mill run either. He can wield a shovel well enough, but otherwise I have to keep telling him how to do things.
Well, that's no
So
good.
he's not been foreman too long then?
No. My son used to run the mill, but then his wagon overturned with him inside it. It'll be a year ago now, come spring.
I'm sorry.
Me too, boy. And after Martin was gone, the other workers left and only Thomas stayed. I don't know what I'd do without him.
What happened that day? Wagons don't overturn themselves.
He was transporting new stone blocks for the mill and he had to take a detour. Since the wagon was too heavy for the ford, it was after a downpour. The load must have slipped and the whole wagon fell on him. I pray it was quick.
So he was alone, with no one to help him?
Of course not. Thomas was there too. He helped Martin to load the wagon in Sasso, and both of them set off back.
Just the 2 of them? No one else was there?
No, they always did it that way. Martin didn't like dragging people where it wasn't necessary, when they could be doing work elsewhere. But if I had been there with them, maybe he'd still be alive. Thomas couldn't pull the wagon off him. He ran for help, but it was already too late.
I'm sorry, but I'm sure he's in God's kingdom now.
He was a good boy, a kind soul.
Have you been without carpenters for a while?
A long time. Since winter, it's been just me and Thomas.
Nobody stays around?
No. These days, it's hard to find a man you can rely on. Young lads today are bone idle. None of them wants to do an honest day's work.
And how many have actually worked here?
About half a dozen, maybe more. We always put up with them till the most urgent work was done, then sent them packing.
And what about Jane? Shouldn't she have a husband by now?
What are you trying to say?
A pretty girl like her is ripe for marriage.
That's
With a
not
large
really
dowry,
your
'cause
business,
she comes from
Henry.
a mill. Well, she had herself a man once, but he ran away during the winter. He wasn't up to the work either.
And how long did he last?
You know, he was here for a while. But back then my son was a foreman and he was a kindly soul. Too kind. He never threw anyone out.
So everyone started leaving when Thomas took over?
Well, Thomas is a dog on slackers. And just as well. Maybe it's harsh, but that's what you need nowadays. If we don't mill, folk don't eat.
So the moment Thomas became mill foreman, everyone started running off? Not one man could stand it here, even if they had a chance to marry Jane. Don't you think Thomas might be doing it on purpose? Sounds to me like he's after the mill, or your daughter, or both.
That's not like him. He's a good man and straightforward. He knows I can always send for a new mill foreman.
And Jane?
Don't worry about her. She'll wed whoever I approve of, even Thomas if he asks for her hand. At least with him, I know he won't leave the mill.
Indeed, why would he, once he's got rid of everyone else?
That's enough. I don't know why you're trying to slander Thomas, but I don't mean to listen to it any longer.
God be with you.
I heard what you asked my father. You can't expect help from him. He's none too sharp these days.
Don't stick your nose in where it's not wanted, wench. Well, that's not a very Henry thing to say.
And can you help me
No. Nobody listens to me. But I wanted to say that Thomas does do it on purpose. He did it the same way before.
Why?
Because he's afraid if someone comes who's more skilled, Father will notice and give his job to the newcomer.
And your father lets him? Can't he settle this?
He probably could, but he doesn't want to. My brother was the mill foreman before him, but last year a wagon overturned on him, broke his back. It broke my father too. And Thomas was here the longest. He was always close to my brother, so Father chose him as the mill foreman.
And Thomas doesn't listen to anyone? Can't you persuade him?
No. He keeps looking my way and tries to be nice, but he doesn't care what I've got to say. When I tell him something, it goes in one ear and out the other.
And this probably won't end well. And what happened to your brother?
And what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. You mentioned it, so I was just wondering.
There's not much to tell. A stone block that was loaded wrong, slippery ground after rain, and when the wagon overturned on him, there was no one around to help.
What do you mean, no one? Surely he wasn't alone.
No, he had Thomas with him. But Thomas couldn't lift the wagon off him, and by the time he found help, it was too late. And as if that wasn't bad enough, someone robbed my brother while Thomas was looking for help.
Someone robbed him after he was dead?
I don't know. But they took a mottled scarf which I gave him as a keepsake. He laughed when I gave it to him. He said it would make him look like a fop, but he still wore it all the time. And someone must have thought it was worth stealing.
But who'd steal a scarf?
Why are you asking me? When they brought him back here, he didn't have it. That's all I know.
I'm sorry about what happened to him.
Me too. But it was his own fault. He'd brought more people with him. He'd still be alive. He was too He was too kind for his own good.
I understand.
Well, that's given us a whole new perspective.
Hey, twat-face!
I did it. I arranged to fight him just like you wanted. He had nothing against the idea. He'll bring 2 men, and the 3 of them will wait for us on the hill near Ledechko.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was too much of a coward.
So, how are we going to do it? Should we just meet there?
No. Come and see me towards evening, and then we'll go. Oh, and perhaps you should let Matthew know. Since you were the one who set it up. Good luck then.
Matthew,
Greetings,
there's a brawl on tonight.
I spoke with the miller's daughter.
But I did speak
It's
with
a
the
shame her
miller's
father won't
daughter.
listen to her. She knows all about Thomas, but
Her father doesn't believe her.
he reckons it's just a woman's fancy. He probably thinks she's smitten with one of us. Not that I'd object, but she's a clever one. She'd make a better miller than either of those 2.
Anyway, we're going to rough up Thomas.
Well, I spoke with him.
How did it go? Did you come to an agreement?
No. There's no talking to him.
What will we do now? I suppose we could just leave, but I don't want to as long as there's some coin to be earned here.
Don't go running off just yet. Fritz and I have come up with a plan.
Shit. You want to trounce him, don't you?
We've arranged a fight to decide this. If we win, he'll leave you alone. If we lose, you'll be on your way.
Sakra! Well, I suppose we've got no other choice. There's no talking to that man. But I find it hard to believe he'll just leave us alone, even if we do win.
It will be us 3 against them 3. That's an honourable fight, and the better men will win.
If you say so. Goodbye.
Okay. I think that's where I'll end things for now. Next time, I think what I will do is I'll bugger off to Rat Eye, tell the executioner I need help setting a bone, come back here, kick the shit out of Thomas and his mates, go back to Sasau, set the bone. Yeah, that sounds good. Anyway, see you next time. Farewell for now.